Well, your all's latest project, your EP On Earth, is out now. So tell our listeners about this EP.
Yeah, so speaking of like our contributions, Nirva started. She's always our song starter. She starts writing. She just gets these melodies. Sometimes, all times, and I always just stick my phone out, and say, just put on the voice memo. I'll listen to it later.
Yeah.
And so she started singing these songs, and I was like, huh. I was like, that's actually, I like that. That's really good. And a lot of them were just coming from scripture stuff we were, messages we were listening to, or stuff that we were studying, Bible study kind of things, and just what we felt like the Lord was putting on our heart. And so, we started the process of like, man, I think it's been a while since we recorded, but I feel like we need to do this project together. And the essence of it, just, over time, an album takes shape. And so even thematically and lyrically, it began to sort of coalesce around this theme of what Jesus prayed, let your kingdom come, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And, not to go too deep too quick, but, basically the idea that, man, there's so much happening right now around us in the culture, so many crazy things happening. And the temptation was often to just withdraw and just think, man, we're just going to get out of this and we're going to think about the heavenly things, and kind of a pietistic impulse. And we felt the need to say, no, we got to stand in this and say, Lord, let your kingdom come, let your will be done. Like in the reality, like the stuff of God isn't just for kind of the 17th dimension way out there, but it's actually supposed to hit the pavement and come through our fingertips into the neighborhood around us, the city around us, the nation around us. So that's sort of the centerpiece of the album.
Yeah, and while we were waiting and praying on specific things and watching things happen in the world, it was like, we saw oftentimes the church reacting in ways that was just kind of governed by fear instead of peace and strength. And so just wanted to encourage people for the body to take up arms, take up prayer, take up the things that God has given us to live and be who he's called us to be in the moment where it's most needed, and that we're not wimps in his kingdom, that we are sons and daughters of the Most High. And so we can be an encouragement, work towards that, and not just bow to the cultural fears. A lot of oppression and depression was just kind of taking root. I was like, wow, this is something. Who are we? Where's God? What is he saying to us in this moment? And so that's another area where some of the thoughts from behind the songs came from.
Sure.